Hello Sagittarius, this is Turquoise Tarot here with your reading for August 2016. I'm sorry I wasn't able to upload any videos for July. We had some family stuff going on that required a lot of my attention. But I'm here now for August. I'm going to be doing this reading just a little bit differently. I'm going to do a general reading and then a love reading for the singles and the couples. But just so you know, the readings may be a little bit shorter just because I'm trying to keep the videos under an hour. So, with that said, if you're interested in a private reading, I'm going to be posting my website in the information box below this video. And if you feel generous and you'd like to make a donation, I'll be posting the link for that as well. Excuse me, I have this huge band-aid on and it's kind of hard to shuffle. Okay, so let me just shuffle for a few moments. This is going to be the general spread for August. First card I have is the World card, the Six of Wands, the Magician, Six of Cups, the Tower, Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so let's just look over this, see what messages are coming through. The first impression that I get is there's a situation that you may be dealing with that involves someone from the past. Or there's a situation from your past that you are going to be able this month to put a completion or an ending to. And you're going to be victorious in doing that. We have two cards of victory, the World card and the Six of Wands at the top of your reading. And the Magician. So the Magician's all about being able to manifest what it is you desire, having all the tools at your disposal to make whatever outcome you desire to be. There is something here about a sudden situation or event that may happen unexpectedly involving this person or this circumstance from the past. And I see you working diligently to correct it. You do have the Sun on your side. You do have blessings on your side. I feel like this may be involving a child, and this child can be an earth sign. So that would be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And you may feel as if there's a bit of a loss here when it comes to that. I feel like this is your child. The Knight of Pentacles, as the overall energy is saying, you're holding steady, you're moving slowly, you're taking your time to really plan things through. You're not rushing into a situation, or you're not rushing to a resolution, because you realize that this situation may require some thought, some consideration, some strategy. And that's a very smart move. If that's not what you're doing, then this would be the guidance then. Is don't act on impulse, don't act out of emotion, but rather, tread lightly and take your time dealing with things. Certainly don't act out in any emotion. Just try to be as objective and rational about the situation as possible. Whatever this surprising event or circumstance may be, I feel like you come out of it, though, on top, okay? Because I almost get the impression that you had some forewarning, or you have some idea that this may happen, so it's not a complete shock or a complete surprise. And you've worked at putting something in place to protect yourself in the event that this would occur. And when it occurs, you come out victorious, okay? Or you come out on top. I feel like this has been challenging for you because there's some emotion involved in this situation. However, you know that you have to do what you need to do. And so even though you've had some emotion about this, you're not letting that get in the way of you planning and strategizing, as I said, and protecting yourself in the event that there's a shocking turn of events, okay? So you're prepared in that respect. However, because you've had to plan for this, it's like you didn't want it to happen this way, but you expected that it might happen this way, so you planned for it. You protected yourself, so you weren't completely shocked, or it wasn't like, it was like all of a sudden everything comes tumbling down. You kind of knew that this was going to happen the way that it was happening. But there's still some sadness because you didn't want it to go this way, because you're still holding on to some memory from the past, or you're still holding on to how things used to be, and it's like you wish things could be what they once were, but you see that things are progressing in a new direction, and so you are doing your best to plan for that. And the World card here, it really talks about a completion of that cycle. You really can't force something to be what it once was. It simply is what it is. Let's look at more of these cards in depth. Excuse me, dropping cards here. I want to look at this Tower card first to see what this may be about. Okay, yeah. So it's telling me whatever this event is, it's brought you some sorrow, some sadness. You did not want things to transpire the way that they have. This is in the past, so I feel like you've been expecting this turn of events. You've been kind of hopeful that it wouldn't go in this direction, but it is moving in that direction, okay? However, you are very fortunate because you've been able to plan, you've been able to prepare yourself for in the event that this takes place. So it's like you had some forewarning, and it's a consolation, it's a reprieve, it's a blessing that you've been able to foresee this event taking place and had the ability to put some strategy and some plans in place to prepare for it. Okay? I want to look at the Five of Cups. So for some of you, this may be involving a lover, or it may be involving something that you have loved, okay? If it's a work project or it's a creative project, you've been in love with this idea or this job or this career. But if this is a lover, it's someone that, it's someone you've been romantically involved with. And there's something new that comes about with this partner. And it's like anything that's been hidden is revealed. So for some of you, it's something that you kind of knew was happening, or you had some idea this may be happening. You've in secret made some plans in preparing for this breakup, or preparing for what may transpire between the two of you. You didn't want it to go the way that it has, but you're fortunate in the circumstances that, you know, you're fortunate that you've put some plans in place and you're not completely like left out in the cold per se. You're able to successfully move forward and not be, I want to say, like desolate, left desolate, emotionally or even physically. Okay? So that's what I have for the general reading. I'm going to go into the single reading for single Sagittarians for the month of August. This is the Ten of Cups. Like I said, we're going to do this spread a little differently. Nine of Cups. Death card. The High Priestess. The Hierophant. Nine of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. You know, getting the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Hermit together, it kind of really embodies a sense of spirituality. And the Death card. I almost feel like there's a shift taking place within the single Sagittarians. Ultimately, the desire is for a happy home, happy family, perhaps marriage with children, wanting that family dynamic and wanting the family security and stability on an emotional level. And I feel like that's something that you are beginning to attract. The Nine of Cups at the top of the reading is wish fulfillment. So in the past, you've dealt with some major transformations within yourself. This can be on a spiritual level, since we have these cards that speak of spirituality. But there's some major transformation that's taken place, and I feel as though you're looking for a partner that perhaps you haven't wished for in the past. And that's where this transformation comes in. Maybe you've dated a particular kind of person, but now you're looking for something much more in depth, much more where there's a strong sense of intimacy and vulnerability within the relationship. Because, excuse me, the people that perhaps you've dated in the past, things were more based on a physical level. Maybe there was just a strong sexual attraction that led you into these relationships, and it wasn't fruitful, it wasn't successful. But now you're looking for someone that's more spiritually, mentally, and emotionally on your level. And it says here with the wish fulfillment card that is something you can certainly manifest. The Hermit, as the overall energy, it's really saying, you know, it's to me looking over at this Death card, like you've done a lot of introspective work and you've done a lot of transformation. You're realizing that the partners that you've chosen, they haven't been what you really wanted, simply because you weren't looking deep enough. You weren't requiring more of these individuals that you dated in the past. And now you see that, and now you're wanting something, again, more meaningful. someone who can meet you at your level. The Nine of Pentacles here, it tells me basically you're going to be successful in completing this transformation state. I don't see that necessarily. I mean, you may meet that person this month, but some of you may not. It may be in the following months, because you're just completing this understanding of looking for something more sustainable. I'm really focused on this High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is a spiritual bond. This is like a twin flame kind of bond, and that's what you're really looking for. And when you find that partnership, it's going to lead to this Ten of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is saying, yes, you will have that. You will be successful in obtaining that. Just keep working on manifesting that which you desire. I want to look at this Nine of Pentacles here. Okay, so this is like the Tower in this deck. So again, major transformation. You've made some significant changes in your life. You've maybe let go of an ex that doesn't serve you. We see that with this card. Or you've let go of old ways of perceiving and understanding love. And it's leading you down the path to that happy family, to that the completion of what it is you're desiring. I feel like you've been through some transitional work, like things have happened in phases, and we see that with the Hierophant here too. Things have happened in phases. Maybe you've gone through several relationships that didn't work, but from each one you learned something valuable, and it's now led you to the completion, which is the 10 here, to the completion of that, and you've been successful in learning and acquiring what knowledge and wisdom you needed in order to manifest the right partner for you. So there's been some great transformation here, and it's leading you to what it is you ultimately desire. Okay? So now I'm going to move on to the coupled Sagittarians. Sorry, I got this huge band-aid on, and it's been so challenging to shuffle. Come on now. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Star card, the Tower, Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Moon. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card. So this kind of reminds me of what came up in the general reading, honestly. There's some fear, there's some doubt, there's some suspicion, there's maybe some secrets, and you're kind of, you have your suspicions, let's say that. Your gut is telling you something's off. And there's been some event that happened maybe in July or maybe a few months back even. There was a shocking revelation to you. This can even be coming up for some of you maybe this month, where there's some shocking news, okay? at the beginning of the month. And it's really concerning a child. I don't know if there's a divorce going on. Now remember, this is a general reading, so it's not for everyone, but it's for those messages, for those people who really need them. That's how I perceive it when we do these general readings. But there's a child involved, and I feel like a separation or a divorce. And you're on guard, you're standing your ground, and you're going to come out of this on top, okay? The Nine of Wands is all about protecting yourself and getting through the battle, getting through the war, and you're still standing on your feet. You're able to protect your boundaries. Okay? The star card at the top of the reading is saying have hope. Have hope, remain hopeful. Keep the faith, because things will be okay and things will work out well for you. I almost feel like this Page of Wands is saying don't act out irrationally. I'm also getting with this, don't allow emotions affect you. Like don't harbor any ill will or any resentment because of what has happened in the past, because I can see you kind of looking in the past a lot, and that's really affecting you on an emotional level. Okay, and it's causing you to have some fear and anxiety and doubt and worry. But you should really be embodying the Fool. The Fool starts out on a new journey. He leaves everything behind. He doesn't carry any of that unnecessary baggage. He just trusts in God and the universe that he will be provided for, that things will somehow work themselves out. So he's not harboring any negativity or negative thinking, okay? He's just focused on moving forward. And I feel like that's where you need to put your mind at, because you're looking a lot in the past at this event that took place. And as far as the child goes, I really feel like things are going to be okay. You're going to be able to stand your ground. You're going to be able to be, you're going to make it through this. Is what I want to say. You're going to make it through this. The star card promises that. I also feel like this child is watched over and protected. So, just I guess I would say ride the waves, just go with the flow and trust in God, trust in the universe, that everything will be all right. Don't focus on the past. Focus on moving forward. I'm really focused on these two cards. We see the Page of Wands. He's looking in the past. He's moving in the past to this Tower card situation. But then the advice here is the Fool, and he's looking forward. He's looking in the opposite direction. You see that? So that's the advice there. Let's look at the Moon card. So on the Moon we have consistency and perseverance. It's saying stand true, stand strong, be brave, don't allow your fears or emotions to get the better of you. You do have some hidden fears or doubts or insecurities that may be weighing heavy on you. And I'm just feeling this is about a child. If you have a child who's not feeling well, I feel like they're going to be okay, okay? Things will get better. I want to look at this Nine of Wands. So this Nine of Wands is saying you've had to let go of something from the past, or you've had to say goodbye to, this is usually a lover. Maybe it can be even just an old way of doing things that you've had to walk away from. There was something of a highly sensitive nature. So whatever this was, it was something of a highly sensitive nature. And you've done a lot of studying, you've done a lot of research, and I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, or really put yourself in a position where you wanted to be knowledgeable and understand the circumstances in order to help this situation, and I feel like that has been helpful. But remember, the Star card is here and the Fool is here. Things are going to turn out well, even if you can't see the silver lining in all of this. It's there. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and things will get better. Okay, so don't allow your emotions to get the better of you. Really take a time out. I really feel like saying you need a time out. Prayer, meditation would be great as well. Okay, things will get better. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarians. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe. I am so grateful to all of you who have done so, and I look forward to providing you with future readings. Have a great August. Thank you. Bye.